All right. So I just want to again maybe introduce myself. My name is Jeremiah Kendagor, and I'm very happy to be your host tonight to share quite a number of things that we want to go through over tonight about this great revolution that is happening right before our eyes. And I'm so glad that I'm in this particular space at this particular time, talking about this particular topic. So my background is in banking. I've been a banker for the last 25 years. And most of that I have been in the Treasury Department. And more specifically, I have been in charge of trading in foreign exchange. All right. And that is a big area that banks deal in. All right. Foreign exchange and so on, being able to meet the needs of customers and so on with respect to foreign exchange. Customers who either need to import things from outside the country, or customers who export things outside the country. So I've been involved in this particular space, and with time, I've also gotten to do forex trading. All right, actually, that's what the basic job description that I was doing, and also came out to do forex trading for myself and things like that. And I got involved in cryptocurrency space, and so that informs also why I am in this particular space. But today, just to be able to bring us to speed about what we are talking about and what we are referring to as the fourth revolution, we just look at the journey that money has come through, and we just recap a few things. And we remember about barter trade. Barter trade basically is where all these things began. Human beings, unlike animals, all right, where animals just eat what they find along the way, whether it's grass, if they are animals that eat grass, or eating other animals, if it's you are a lion, for example. All right, so there would be not much ado really about barter trade. But human beings realize that we benefit from each other by being able to get some goods that other people have that we do not have. So we did barter trade. But after a long time, it also became untenable to do barter trade. So during the Industrial Revolution, we defined what we now refer to as paper money, which was linked to, say, the gold standard and so on. But I don't want to go into the whole of that history because it's a long discussion about how paper money actually developed. Today, we refer to this paper money as fiat money, the kind of money that you have in your pocket today, whether it is the US dollar, the pound, the euro, the yen, the South African rand, the Kenya shilling, the Uganda shilling, whichever currency you are talking about, we normally refer to them nowadays as fiat money. Now, this money that you have in your pocket actually do not have what we refer to as intrinsic value. So you cannot even take those particular pieces of paper as it were, to central bank and tell them to give you an equivalent value for them. They will actually just tell you, no, we don't deal in that. Go back to out there and do whatever you need to do with that kind of money. Now, then in the early 90s, we managed to come up with what we now call a computer. And a computer basically is a device, all right, that is able to do a number of things, be able to do word processing, be able to do calculation, be able to do so many things, all right? So when you come up with such an instrument, there is also another step that we came across. That is the fact that we were able to send information from one of these gadgets to another one when they are totally apart in different places through what we call electromagnetic waves. All right. So we were able actually to communicate, to make these computers communicate with each other at a distance. So we were able to send information, for example, from one country to another one, across oceans and across divides, all right? And we developed on and on, all right, the internet, and it became a complete revolution. Today, we all know that the internet has produced such a great revolution in our time, to the extent that today we almost cannot imagine a world without internet. In fact, whenever internet is stopped or blocked for any reason, it is news across the world, all right, that a particular place has locked down their people from accessing the internet and so on. Now, how did money get evolved in this particular space? Something like M-Pesa today, all right? M-Pesa is a mode of money that uses or makes use of the fact that we are able to communicate from one gadget to another one. All right, so somebody can actually send you money through the phone, and you are able to receive that money on your phone. All right, and so that became a revolution completely. But today we want to discuss something which is very interesting that is happening right now before our eyes, and that's the blockchain. All right, so what is the blockchain? The blockchain basically is a set of computers that are interlinked, again, almost like the internet, all right? Almost like the internet. So these particular computers are interlinked and communicate with each other. The only difference now between the blockchain and the internet is that the information that is flowing between these computers is completely secure. In fact, the definition of the blockchain technology, for example, according to Google, is defined here, and I can just read it for you right now. It says that the blockchain is a system of recording information in such a way that it makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Now, that is the power of the blockchain technology, as it were. So a blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is distributed across an entire network of computers, of computer systems that are referred to as the blockchain. All right. And there are three words that I want to really emphasize to all of us, especially when it comes to the blockchain. And these three words are security, transparency, and decentralization. It means that no one is able to interfere or corrupt the information within the blockchain technology. Now, that is extremely powerful, all right? Because we've known that the internet also exposed many companies and many people and many things into what we call hacking, all right? And that's one threat that the internet today exposes all of us. If you don't protect your computer very well with antivirus and many things, guess what? The Russians or the whatever can hack into your computer and steal your most important data. So that is the vulnerability of the internet. Now, somebody has come up with what is called the blockchain that cannot be hacked. Now, that is very, very powerful, that whatever transactions is done on the blockchain is completely secure and no one can actually interfere with that information. So that is a very powerful tool that can be used in terms of business, where you need to trust people, all right? Whenever you need to do business, you need to have absolute trust on whatever you are doing, that it will deliver the whatever agreement that you have with the buyer or the seller. Now, the next thing is transparency, all right? the fact that anyone in the whole world is able to scrutinize and actually confirm that a particular transaction actually happened. All right. So no one can cheat any other person that such a transaction did not happen. So that is also very powerful. The last one is transparency. No, decentralization. I've talked about transparency. Decentralization. Now, what is decentralization? Another very powerful thing. The fact that there are no middle people, no middle person between you and the person you are dealing with or the one that you are transacting with. All right. So between you and the service that you are seeking to have or to do or to engage in on the blockchain, there are no middle people. No single person controls or can manipulate what happens in the blockchain. So those three words are the three things, the underpinning things on the blockchain technology, which is so powerful today. And so, in fact, today, as we talk about this, I just want to reiterate that the blockchain is such an advanced technology that can be applied in many areas of our life where we need security. One such place could be, say, land registry. Another place could be, say, registration of cars. Another place could be registration of medicine. Something else could be voting, all right? If you need to have a secure voting system, put it on the blockchain. It will be completely secure, all right? And so those are the applications that the blockchain technology can actually afford any particular entity. But today, we want to talk about money. How has the blockchain technology been applied to money? And of course, one of the things that I just need to mention is that the blockchain technology is based on a technology, computer language or computer technology called cryptography. Therefore, anything that is created out of the blockchain is normally abbreviated with the word crypto, all right? Crypto. So most of us have heard about crypto. Now, crypto, and then you add now currency. Now, therefore, you have how money has been applied to crypto. So we have cryptocurrency. Now, the first coin that was created out of this particular technology is Bitcoin. And why are we talking about Bitcoin today? Because Bitcoin managed to solve a specific problem that we have in society today with respect to the money that we have. All right. And what is that? Inflation. The fact that all the money we have in the whole world today, whether it is the dollar, the yen, the euro, the pound, the Kenya shilling, the Tanzania shilling, the Uganda shilling, South African rand, all this money always suffer from what is called inflation. It means that the money you have today or the money that you accumulate and keep in the bank or wherever it is, over time, it loses value through what is called inflation, all right? And so that is the problem that Bitcoin came to solve. How did Bitcoin solve that issue? By limiting the amount of Bitcoins that could ever be produced. So there will be only a limited number of Bitcoins that would ever be produced. How many are they? 21 million pieces, all right? And out of these 21 million pieces, all the 7 billion human beings on Earth, if at all they will want to use Bitcoin, will make do with only that 21 million that will ever be produced. Remember, there can never be a fake Bitcoin. So nobody can come in the back door and create a coin similar to Bitcoin and say, here there is, now you can have more Bitcoins and so on. So Bitcoin, the 21 million pieces are the finite number that Bitcoin would ever have. So all of us in the whole world, if at all we want to use Bitcoin, we will have to contend with only that amount of Bitcoin that will ever be produced. So what does that make Bitcoin to be, or what does that solve? The solution that it brings is that now Bitcoin can be used as an asset or a store of value. All right, just like a piece of land. Today, you can buy property, piece of land, and it will appreciate in value. Why? Because there is no new land that is being created. God created one land, all right, okay, the earth that we have, and He is not in the process of creating more land. But people, there are people being born every day. So that's why land, for example, can be considered as an asset, and you can actually own land for speculative purpose. The fact that in the next few years, the value of your land will be higher than before. Why? Because there is limited supply of land. The same applies to cryptocurrency, and more specifically to the ones that we are talking about, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. But today I want to talk about another coin called Binance coin or Binance platform. All right. So a company called Binance, which basically is a cryptocurrency exchange, created a coin called Binance coin, and on top of it created a platform which we refer to as an open source, where other applications and other coins and other assets can be built upon that particular open source blockchain network, that you can build other applications on top of it. So what does this enable us to have? It enables us to have what is called decentralized digital applications that now we can interact with on the blockchain. Why do we need decentralized digital applications? Because this decentralized digital applications gives you the power to do things on the blockchain without a middle person, in complete security and decentralization. Remember the three words: security, transparency, and decentralization. So decentralized digital applications are applications that bring solutions to us human beings, giving us those three things: decentralization, transparency, and security. Now, why are we talking about this today, and why is it important for you to be able to understand this? Because cryptocurrency, just as I've mentioned, and in general, it is expected that these coins will go up in value by as much as 300,000% in the next few years, in the next almost 7 years. All right, 5 to 7 years, we will see a lot of increase in the value of cryptocurrencies by almost 300,000%. So it only makes sense for you and me to get involved in this particular space called cryptocurrency. Again, why are we talking about this? It is according to the experts like Warren Buffett are now saying that these coins are completely ingenious. Now, just to look at adoption curve of any new technology, you can actually see in any technology, we normally have 3 stages. We normally have a stage called innovation stage, all right, which is right here. All right, the innovation stage, which is right here. Then the early adoption stage, which is actually this place here. And then the last part, which is normally called the saturation stage. All right. So right now we are in what is called where this particular star is, and that is the early takeoff stage, the takeoff stage. And we normally have, who are the type of people who get involved in these particular different stages? You have innovators who always come in through using during the innovation stage. Then you have early adopters. All right. And today I want to impress upon us that we become the early adopters of this particular technology of cryptocurrency. All right. And that is when we enter into the state of early majority. All right. where now most people are getting into the cryptocurrency space, as it were. Then later on in the latter stage of this, you have another majority called latecomers, all right? Latecomers, or the late majority, all right? Then the last one, and I hope you don't want to wait until you go into the laggards stage, all right? Now, I know I may spend a lot of time talking about this, but let me just talk again about cryptocurrency in general. So right now we have more than 9,000 coins in the cryptocurrency space, each one of them addressing a different problem. Each one of them addressing a different problem. Now, then you have the amount of money that is currently flowing within the cryptocurrency space has hit $2 trillion. All right, $2 trillion. Now, a trillion is a number that has 12 digits after it. All right, I just wanted to clarify that. I'm sure you knew that, but I think I needed to reemphasize that point. All right, 12 digits. By the way, a trillion is actually a million millions. All right, so if you count money until a million and then count those millions a million times, is equal to 1 trillion. Now, and we are talking not Kenya shilling, we are talking about US dollars. Again, of course, led by Bitcoin, which is right now slightly around $1 trillion, followed, of course, by Ethereum. And these are coins that are flying up in value because of the solutions that it has brought into the marketplace, into our space, and is able to solve a number of things. And today we will also talk about Binance platform, as it were. Now, I just want to mention about Elon Musk. Elon Musk also is one of the richest men in the world today. And in early February, he bought Bitcoins worth $1.5 billion. Now, that is a statement that you probably might want to borrow a leaf from. Why would he want to do that? All right, because this is the place to be involved in. Now, this chart that I'm showing you right now on the screen is the chart of Bitcoin. Now, this is 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. So you can see for a number, almost 10 years, there was a time Bitcoin was not making impact in the world. Why? Because that is the time that only the innovators were in that particular space. Then we now had early adopters from 2017 onwards up to almost right now, where we are right now. We are in the period called early adopters. All right. Then we are quickly getting into the early majority. The early majority. So that is why today it is very critical for you to hear what I'm talking about and why you don't need to ignore the cryptocurrency space at all. This is the Binance coin and so on and so forth. Now, I just want to just to compare so that you have in your mind, what are we talking about? What is the value that is in the cryptocurrency space as we talk today? All right. The value of Africa in terms of GDP is about $2.3 trillion. All right. Now, cryptocurrency can actually buy almost the whole of Africa. That is how big an economy we are talking about. All right. Kenya is around $100 billion. All right. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum can actually buy Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, and maybe a part of Congo. That is how big this particular industry is. And many of these other coins, you can actually see what they do. So this is a place where you cannot ignore. If you want to become the next wealthy person, you cannot ignore the cryptocurrency space. So today, I just want to talk a little bit, first of all, how can you get involved in the cryptocurrency space without burning your fingers? All right. And I will discuss in broad topics because this is a wide topic. but I just want to mention a few areas that you need to look at. So I'll start with the losing side. All right, areas that you need a little more scrutiny before you get involved. And some of these things are called, some of them are called tokens. All right. Now, what are tokens? Tokens are basically new coins that are being created out here. All right. And by the way, to create a coin is very easy. All right. Anyone can create a coin. Today, if you want a coin by your name, it can be created by the click of the button. All right. So you can create a coin. But the most important thing is, what does that coin do? All right. So if it doesn't have a solution it's bringing on the marketplace, it may not gain value. And the majority of these coins are just speculative coins that people create only for them to disappear in thin air. So before you invest your hard-earned money in a token, you need to do a good research. Some of the coins may be good, some of the tokens may be good. So you need to do a well-researched research in order to get involved in tokens. The other area that used to be lucrative was cryptocurrency mining. Now, a few years ago, maybe 5-10 years ago, it was very lucrative to do cryptocurrency mining. All right, you could even use your laptop to actually do that. But today, no longer possible, because the big boys like Elon Musk and many other rich corporations have realized that there is a lot of money in cryptocurrency mining and have gotten into that space in very, with a lot of capital into that space. In fact, today, more than 90% of cryptocurrency mining is done in China. Why China? Because they can produce those gadgets, the processors, much cheaply, and they have cheap electricity and so on and so forth. And so this particular area may be a little bit tricky for a retail you and me to get involved in. Another area that could be very tricky that you really need to watch out for are return on investment programs. Now, this is the diplomatic name that we give to pyramid scams, or in other words, Ponzi schemes. You need to do a Google search on what a Ponzi scheme is, all right? And basically, a Ponzi scheme is an arrangement where the owner of these particular programs pay you money out of the money of the later entrants. But they will normally give you a narrative that probably talks about something else. Like they would tell you, we are trading. We have discovered how to trade in a very sophisticated way, and we make a lot of money every day. And so we will just share with you only 1%, and you think you can buy such a story. All right. Let me tell you, we are in a capitalist society, and if somebody has discovered how to make money, there is no reason why they would come and ask you for investment. I want to repeat, if somebody has discovered how to make money, there is no reason why they should tell you to invest with them in order to make you money as you lie on your couch in your bedroom, all right? Or in your sitting room, for that matter. So return on investment programs are basically scams that are peddled out here, and most people fall into them, and you need to do further research about these programs before you put your hard-earned money. All right, so where can you earn genuine money? Where can you make real money that is yours? All right, and the first one could be controversial. All right, could be controversial. In fact, I would rather say I am not very sure whether to put this one on the gaining side or the other side. Now, this is currency trading, or sometimes referred to as forex trading. All right, and there are platforms out here that you can actually use to trade the price. Now, why it is genuine, you can make money, is because the prices actually move up and down. And if you are able to learn technical analysis, fundamental analysis, sentimental analysis, and the last one is you should be able to manage something called fear and greed. All right, Every time you are in a positive trade, if you are too excited, that's wrong. Every time you are in a negative trade, if you are so fearful that your heart is almost at your throat and you cannot sleep at night, then you are not a good trader. You should be trading in such a way that you are emotionless, such that whether you are in profit or in losses, all is the same. You are not emotional. So those are things that you need to learn with respect to trading. All right, those are the first tricks that you need to learn in trading. So I could say without fear of contradiction that Forex trading is a technical area that may not be suitable for all types of people. So if you are not one of those type of people, stay away from Forex trading. Because another thing about Forex trading, which is not good, is addictive. That means you will always be pumping your money in there, hoping that tomorrow will be a better day, and it will always be a worse day. All right. So never, this is a controversial area that I don't want to dwell so much about. Now, the next area that is not controversial at all, in fact, this is the best, is to buy and hold. All right. In fact, this is the basis of most of what we discuss. Buy and hold. All right. Now, there are two things that you need to learn about buy and hold. Two things that you need to consider. One is that it is capital intensive. All right. You may need quite a bit of money to buy some of these currencies. For example, right now, Bitcoin is going for almost 6 million Kenya shillings. All right. Meaning that to even own 10 of them, 10 Bitcoins, it would cost you not less than 60 million Kenya shillings. Now, if you don't have that kind of money, you see that is a bit capital intensive. The other point is, how long do you need to hold these particular coins? And I can tell you for free, please hold these coins for not less than 5 to 10 years. If you hold them for less, you can easily lose your money. Why? Because right now at 6 million, it reached 6 million within 3 months. Actually, within 3 months. Now, it can easily pull back to even as low as 2 million or even less, all right? In the next 2 to 3 years, what are you going to do? You are going to collapse and die and sell your Bitcoins because it has lost you a lot of money. The moment you sell, it skyrockets again to more than 10 million Kenya shillings, all right, for one coin. Now, what do? You again panic and buy. So for buying and holding, you need capital and you need time. Capital is how much you can determine how much it is. Time, not less than 5 to 10 years. Now, the last one, and this is now the subject of what I want to discuss tonight, and that is smart contract. All right. And today, we are so happy, especially in what we are going to discuss today, because I am going to discuss a particular program out of what we are talking about that is yet to be launched. All right, that is yet to be launched on a smart contract. Now, why a smart contract? Because a smart contract is almost like the Bitcoin we are talking about. So let's define first of all what a smart contract is. So a smart contract, all right, is a programming code. All right, let me put it here. Is a programming code that is self-operating. It is placed directly on the blockchain. And when it is placed on the blockchain, remember the 3 words. It cannot be hacked, it cannot be stopped, it cannot be changed. Therefore, it does not even require an administrator to run it or a company to run it. It runs on its own and does exactly what it is programmed to do. Now, that is a powerful, powerful thing. And for nothing else, this sold me out with respect to cryptocurrency. The fact that a smart contract, no one controls it, not even the person who created it, all right? It is completely autonomous, and I interact with it at my own volition. And when I interact with it, it produces exactly the same results as it will do for you, as it will do for any other person, as it does for all of us. So all of us are equal in the presence of a smart contract. No one has advantage over any other person. Even the person who created it cannot manipulate it to favor himself. We are all equal, both me and the creator and all of us. So today, I am proud to be able to present to us the world's 100% decentralized smart contract, Forsage, which will run on the Binance smart chain. All right, Binance smart chain. Now, it is a completely decentralized project. Again, I just want to re-emphasize the differences between a decentralized smart project and a centralized project. By the way, everything that we have been involved in our world today is a centralized project. Today, our government is a centralized project. Central bank is a centralized project. KCB, Barclays, Equity, all the banks are centralized projects. Everything that we do, even our family units, are centralized projects because there is somebody who sits behind a desk and makes decisions for the rest of us. All right, and those decisions can be good for us, can be bad for us. All right, but a decentralized project is a program. It is a software. It is a computer that does not care the color of your skin, where you are born, when you are born, how you are born, whether you are rich or poor, whether you are green or red, whether you woke up on the right side of the bed or the right side of the bed, whoever you are, whatever you are, the decentralized smart project executes exactly the same thing for all of us. It is an equalizer, all right? And you are in full control of what you do. You are in full control of your crypto, no admins, no management. Funds are in your complete control. Payout are instant. Unlimited income is completely transparent. I don't know, that's an utopian description, as it were. And exactly that's what it is. In fact, that's why I am so proud to be here. Now, I want to talk about what is happening today, about especially the smart contract that we are talking about. It will be launched on something called BUSD, Binance US dollar. Binance US dollar coin. All right. I know previous to today, we were talking about BNB, Binance coin, but that has changed dramatically. And for the benefit of all of us. All right. And I am so excited that this has happened, and especially for this new project that we are going to get involved in. All right. Now, why BUSD? Now, this is a cryptocurrency which is among a set of cryptocurrencies that are referred to as stable coins. All right, I need to emphasize that, stable coins. Now, what is a stable coin? A stable coin is a coin that has been created in such a way that it mimics the price of the dollar. So it will always follow exactly where the dollar price is. And why is that important? It is important for us who are in business. We want to be in an environment where our business is predictable in terms of engagement. That means you can engage at a particular price and it will always be that particular price all the time. But we will also now be able to train and teach people how to be able to take advantage of the cryptocurrency movements that are going up every single day. But with respect to the business that we are talking about, the smart contract, we want a stability. So there will be no fluctuations, all right? So the price is completely predictable. So we will have a predictable business model. That's number 2. And number 3 is that we will be able now to support other projects that are on Ethereum and Tron and so on, and then easily introduce value additions on the particular on this particular level. Now, I'll not talk about this right now, but I believe that one of the contention sometimes about what we talk about is a product behind what we do. All right, so it will be very easy that now a product can be put on the table with respect to what we are doing. All right, so now let me talk about the smart contract, how it works, how this particular smart contract works. So I will describe it briefly, the components that make up this particular smart contract. So the smart contract will have 4 components. It will have Forsage X3, Forsage X4, Forsage XXX, and Forsage X Gold. All right, and again, it's like a building, all right, which has different rooms. All right, a building with 4 wings. All right, so you have the first wing called Forsage X3, and Forsage X3 will have 12 rooms. All right, and then Forsage X4 will also have 12 rooms, and then Forsage XXX will also have 12 rooms, and Forsage X Gold will have 15. All right, now each price of each room is different. It begins with a certain amount and moves up. Now, what I've just gotten, and we will get further details about this particular the pricing, but I am meant to understand, of course, that the first room will be approximately $10. All right, $10. That is 1,000 Kenya shillings, so thereabout 1,200, or depending on the price of the shilling, so about 1,000. All right, and it will progress like that. The second room will be at twice that amount, so that will be $20. Then it will be twice that, $40, and so on and so forth and so on. Now, how do you make money with this particular smart contract? How you make money is first of all, with X3 you do referral. Initially, you may need to do referral. Bring in a friend, bring in somebody else, and by so doing, you make money. All right, nothing out of the ordinary. You just refer a friend, and they become part of the Forsage community, and voila, you make money. All right. Now, with X4, Forsage X4, Forsage XXX, and X Gold, guess what? You do not even need to refer anyone at all, and you will make money. All right, without referring anyone. Now, let's go to the details of how it works. Again, we will start with Forsage X3, which you initially you may need to refer someone. All right, and we have said that the first slot will cost approximately $10. That means in Kenya shilling, that's about 1,000 Kenya shillings. All right, or thereabout, maybe 1,200 or thereabout. Then when you introduce a friend, guess what? Again, you earn 100% of your investment. Now, that is powerful because there is no scenario in business anywhere, you tell me, where you refer someone, just referring, not selling anything. You are not selling anything here. We don't sell nothing. We don't sell anything. We just refer a friend. When you refer a friend, you earn 100% of your investment. That is ridiculous. Where do you get that kind of thing? Only in a smart contract. Only in a smart contract. That is why today I say that the smart contract completely has reversed what business people think about business. And that is why today I am so excited about this particular project of Forsage. It's gonna flatten the curve for all of us and create millionaires within a very short time. All right. So you refer a friend, you earn 100%. So your risk is only to the extent that you cannot refer one person. Now that is powerful because in life and in psychology, we've been told that psychologically or in one person can influence a minimum of 15 people. You can influence a minimum of 15 people. There are today 15 people whom if you tell them to sit down, they will sit down. You tell them to stand up, they will stand. You tell them to jump, they will not ask you, why are you telling me to jump? They will just ask you, how high do you want me to jump? Now here we are telling you, out of those 15 people, only one will return you all your money. All right? Now, the second person you refer, guess what? Again, 100%. Now, the third person is where the trick is or where the thing gets interesting. You don't get this money. This money resets you so that now you again start to earn 100% on your fourth person, and on your fifth person another 100%. Your sixth person again gives you a re-entry. All right, but where does the money go? It goes to the ecosystem. Who is the ecosystem? Any other person who owns a position like this. That could be the person who referred you in the first place or any other person. So what does that mean? It also means that the same people whom you have referred, when they also go out and refer other people, guess what? The third person they refer, the payment will most likely come to you because you are part of the ecosystem. That is powerful. That means that you can earn up to infinite levels of people that get referred by the people who get referred by the people who get referred by you. All right. So that is powerful. Now, why would you want to buy room number 2, room number 3, all the way to room number 12, which could be something like 3 million Kenya shillings? All right. There are two reasons. One is that this, the second room is twice the price of the previous room. Therefore, you earn twice as much. The reason number 2 is that the same people whom you had referred in the previous room, when they now come to own the second room, guess whom they are paying? They will be paying you again and again and again. Now, the sweeter one, now onwards from here, you don't need to refer anyone. The computer or the algorithm, the software, will do the rest of the work. Meaning what? Meaning that the computer will allocate people to you and pay you just for the fact that you have bought these particular rooms, you now own these particular rooms or slots as it were. So how many people does it allocate you? For every cycle, it allocates you 6. And those 6 are arranged in 2 rows, 2 in the first row and 4 in the second row. And you earn, out of those 6, you earn 3 of them. The ones that have colored in the second row, the ones that have colored in gold, this one and this one and this one, 3 of them, 300%. 300% for a set of 6, and it repeats. And by the way, all these rooms, you don't have to repurchase them. The last entry here that the computer allocates you, just like in X3, rebuys you this position again. So where does the money of this one, and this one go? To the ecosystem. Who is the ecosystem? Anyone who owns a position like this. Who are these anyone? An investor, you, me, or anyone. So the computer, the algorithm, the smart contract, the software, as it were, will allocate you people fairly across the board, and you get that kind of whatever, and repeats all over again. Again, slot number 2 repeats the same all over and over again, and that is powerful. For such triple X, you earn as much as 680%, arranged in 1, 2, 3 rows, 15 of them, and all these are allocated to you by the system. Now, why are we excited about this particular project? Because currently we have more than 1 million members in the Forsage community. 1 million people. And all these people do not have this new project, do not have this new program, all right? And when it begins, all of us are coming in. Guess how many times you will be cycling here? You will cycle, I don't know how many times. In fact, one of my brothers here normally says that you will sleep a pauper and wake up a millionaire. Anyway, I don't want to belabor these points too much. Sometimes it appears like it is too good to be true and so on, but it is absolutely, in fact, at this point, even before I talk about how you get started, I want, maybe I would just finish this, how to get started, all right? So the prices will kind of change slightly, but I want you to plan on exactly the same figures in terms of Kenya shillings. The coin will be BUSD, but the amount may not change much. So you plan on whether you are getting in on 10 slots, that will almost be the same amount, 1.6 million Kenya shillings. If you are getting in on 8 slots, that will be almost 800,000 Kenya shillings. Or if you are doing 6 slots, that will be approximately 200,000 Kenya shillings. Or if you are doing 5 positions, 5 slots, that will be approximately 100,000 Kenya shillings. So thereabout, we will do a new of these presentations as soon as we get the further details. But basically, the amounts will kind of stay the same. Now, we will give further training, and especially immediately after this, in the next few minutes, we are beginning our member training session where we will talk a little bit more on details about this. How do you begin this particular project? Create a wallet. Where do you create a wallet? Download Token Pocket. Okay, it's again free, and then open a wallet called Binance US dollar, BUSD. All right. Where will you buy the BUSD? Binance.com and so on. Again, I want to, for the sake of guests who may be on the call tonight, I just want to just show, for the sake of new members who are here, I just want to show what we've been able to do in this particular project in the last few months, just so that somebody knows that this thing is real, this thing happens, and why we are so excited about this. So I just want to show you my account in the last 3 months, what I've been able to achieve. All right. So I'll get this one on the screen just to show you before we start member training. All right. So I'll just share this briefly. Again, if you can see at the bottom left, again, if you can see my screen and hear my voice, type in 222 on the screen. All right. So if you can do that, somebody, if you can see my screen and hear my voice, type in on the screen 222. Oh, thank you, Angelina. Yes. So as you can see on the bottom left corner, Binance Smart Chain coming soon. Now, this is the live website of Forsage. All right. And this particular program that I'm showing you is on Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is still up and running, and it has not stopped. You can actually participate on the Ethereum platform even right now. But as we are talking, we want to focus on the new project, which is very exciting because already we have more than 1 million members about to come. So we don't want to be stingy and tell people, please do the Ethereum. And then when this launches, we want people to benefit almost immediately and it's just about a week to go, all right, before the launch happens. So I started with two Ethereums, and right now you can see I have almost 26 Ethereums with a value of almost 62 million Kenya shillings. 6.2 million, 6.2 million Kenya shillings. And I started with about $600, when it began in early December. Now, that is the power of crypto, all right? So I want to encourage all of us that this is the place to be. So the last thing that I just want to say for the guests, of course, is that get back to the person who introduced you here, and they will give you the necessary steps on what to do from here. All right. So the only thing, of course, is that to make the life of these particular people that referred you here, tell them whether you are an A, ready to get started, or B, you have a few questions, and they will help you with those questions. Or if you're a C, again, we say thank you for listening to us, and that's it. So thank you so much. God bless you. We want to welcome now members. I think you don't even need to jump out. I probably will just get a cup of a cup of water, and then we continue. So thank you so much. Welcome everyone.